Arteta makes Arsenal the Premier League's youngest side. Arsenal under Mikel Arteta have the youngest team in the Premier League so far this season. Burnley boss Sean Dyche prefers his men a little more senior. Here are the Premier League clubs ranked in order of youngest average starting size so far. 1. Arsenal 24.4 youngest player used. Bukayo Saka, 20 oldest player used. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 32 last season's starting average age, 25.9, 5th, 2. Brentford 24.9 youngest player used. Mads Bidstrup, 20 oldest player used. Zanka, 31 last season's starting average age, 24.7, 2nd in championship. 3. Southampton 25.5 youngest player used. Valentino Livramento, 18 oldest player used. Shane Long, 34 last season's starting average age, 26.7, 13th. 4. Aston Villa 25.6 youngest player used. Carney Chukwuemeka, 17 oldest player used. Ashley Young, 36 last season's starting average age, 25.2, 2nd. 5. Tottenham 25.9 youngest player used. Brian Gill, 20 oldest player used. Hugo Lloris, 34 last season's starting average age, 27.1, 16th. 6. Norwich 26.1 youngest player used. Bali Mumba, 19 oldest player used. Tim Krul, 33 last season's starting average age, 25.9, 7th in championship. 7. Leeds 26.4 youngest player used. Crescencio Somerville, 19 oldest player used. Mattis Click, 31 last season's starting average age, 26.2, 7th. 8. Manchester United 26.6 youngest player used. Mason Greenwood, 20 oldest player used. Cristiano Ronaldo, 36 last season's starting average age, 25.6, 3rd. 9. Manchester City 26.6 youngest player used. Cole Palmer, 19 oldest player used. Fernandinho, 36 last season's starting average age, 26.2. 8th. 10. Brighton 26.9 youngest player used. Taylor Richards, 20 oldest player used. Adam Lallana, 33 last season's starting average age, 25.7, 4th. 11. Leicester 26.9 youngest player used. Luke Thomas, 20 oldest player used. Kasper Schmeichel, 34 last season's starting average age, 26.4, 11th. 12. Newcastle 27.0 youngest player used. Joe Willock, 22 oldest player used. Ciaran Clark, 32 last season's starting average age, 27.1, 17th. 13. Chelsea 27.1 youngest player used. Callum Hudson-Odoi, 20 oldest player used. Thiago Silva, 37 last season's starting average age, 26.1, 6th. 14. Liverpool 27.3 youngest player used. Harvey Elliott, 18 oldest player used. James Milner, 35 last season's starting average age, 26.8, 15th. 15. Everton 27.4 youngest player used. Lewis Dobbin, 18 oldest player used. Asmir Begovic, 34 last season's starting average age, 26.3, 10th. 16. Wolves 27.7 youngest player used. Kai Jana Hover, 19 oldest player used. Joao Moutinho, 35 last season's starting average age, 26.4, 12th. 17. Crystal Palace 27.7 youngest player used. Jesurun Rak-Saki, 18 oldest player used. Vicente Guaita, 34 last season's starting average age, 29.1, 20th. 18. West Ham 28.2 youngest player used. Ben Johnson, 21 oldest player used. Lucas Fabianski, 36 last season's starting average age, 27.8, 18th. 19. Watford 28.3 youngest player used. Joao Pedro, 20 oldest player used. Ben Foster, 38 last season's starting average age, 26.4, 15th in championship.